So there are a few other problems. Hopefully this visual of showing you how in between these ranges is where these numbers are that you're given, right? You're given a number that's hidden in between two of these numbers or two of these numbers, right? And then you're asked for the corresponding number on the other side, okay? And the way that you can solve that is by setting up those proportions. So let's try a few more. Let's do the 75th percentile. Okay, so what is the score associated with the 75th percentile? So we find, where is the 75th percentile? Right? It's between the 76 and the 56 on our frequency table. So let's expand this open. There's our 75. And what we're trying to figure out is what number goes right here, right? And on this side, our range is from there to there. Okay, so we've got the known range on the score side, which is 25.5 minus 24.5. The range needed on the score side, which is, because we're solving for a score, which is the 25.5 minus the unknown, which we're calling x. And then on the percentile side, the known range is 76 minus 56. Those are the numbers on our frequency table. 76 minus 56. And then the range given is the number they give us, which was 75th percentile. So we do 76 minus 75. And then we solve that for x. The calculator. So that's going to be 25.5 minus x over 25.5 minus 24.5 is 1. 76 minus 75 is also 1. 76 minus 56 is 20. So this math is a little bit easier. The 1 moves over to there because we multiply it by both sides and it cancels out over here. One times 1 is 1, so 1 over 20. And then we move this term to this side and the x to this side the same way I showed you before. It's 2 steps, but I'm going to combine them now to save time. So we subtracted x from both sides, it canceled out over here and ended up over here. I subtracted 1/20th from both sides, it canceled out over here and ended up over here. Okay, so 25.5 minus 1 over 20 is x equals 25.45. That's our answer. And what is the score associated with the 75th percentile? A 25.45 score is associated with the 75th percentile. All right, so let's try this. What's the percentile rank of a score of 25.75? Now that, we just figured this one out as 25.45. 25.75 is going to be a little teeny bit higher than that. So I'm expecting that to be just a little bit higher than the 75th, but not quite at the 76th. All right, so same lines on our frequency table right here. These two, 76 to 56, which is associated with the 25.5 and 24.5. Okay, so the range that we're given on the percentile side, that's the known range, sorry, not the given, the known range is 76 minus 56. Actually, it probably makes more sense to start on the score side because we're given the score of 25.75. So 25 point, ooh. So I was wrong before, look at that. So 25.75 is actually in this, the next higher interval here. So the known range is 26.5 minus 25.5. Ooh, look at that. So this is actually wrong. Okay, because the percentiles associated with that, this is why we should have started over with the score. Started filling this in since we had the score. All right, so 26 is associated with 88. So the known range on that side is the 88 minus 76, which is associated with these two. All right. We're solving for a percentile, so the range given is the top of this, 26.5, minus the score they gave us, 25.75. And what we need, the range needed, is 88, the top of the percentile range right here. It's also right here. See these? It's also right there. Minus X, because we're trying, that's what we're trying to figure out, is what's that percentile associated with that. All right, so let's set this up. 26.5 minus, whoops, 26.5 minus 25.75, 0.75, 26.5 minus, that's 1. I'm telling you guys, I've burned myself many times late at night trying to do very simple arithmetic in my head. So I just always do this. All right, so moving the 12 over here, I'm multiplying both sides by 12, and it cancels out on this side and ends up in the numerator over here. And that's 88 minus X. Okay, and then I'm gonna add X to both sides, which is gonna put an X over here and cancel it over here. And then I'm gonna subtract this from both sides, which is gonna cancel it over here and make it show up over here. 88 minus 12 times 0.75 over 1 equals X. Add that, put that in my calculator. Whoops, 88 minus 12 point, oh no, it's 12 times 0.75 divided by 1. And that is a 79. Holy cow. I was so wrong. It's not, wasn't going to be below 76. All right. So that is the 79th percentile is the answer to what is the percentile rank of a score of 25.75. And that is where these upper real limits can get very tricky. And see, there it is when I expand that open. 25.75 is in that one, not the lower one. Why did I think that? See, this is why I use the calculator, because sometimes the brain just skips over the important stuff.